Hello, welcome. Here we are, together apart, number 4. Welcome to the Boreal Electro-acoustic Music Society's Twitch stream. I'm Shawn Pinchbeck. I'm the curator and organizer of this event. And tonight, here we're in Liepaja, Latvia, in the studio of Dintere family. This is Krista, Dintere. I got the genders wrong earlier. Latvian has genders. It's early in the morning. It's 5 a.m. So if I have a little bedhead, this is why. She's been up. She had to drive someone to the airport. So she doesn't have bedhead. So this is an evening of audio wonderments that we've put together for you. There was an open call of works. I curated a few as well since we are coming, I guess we had some Latvian pieces and then we had a few more. And here we are in Liepaja for the Update Festival. I guess tonight, because we're already Saturday morning here, there will be an evening of audio works. Maybe Krista will talk about that a little bit and what's going on here. And we're going to try to stream that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So there may be a stream. I will send a message out on the B.E.A.M.S list, and you can anticipate a stream. What time does it start this evening?
I think it starts at 8.
8 p.m.
Local
So that would be
time.
11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time if you're in Alberta, or 1 p.m. Eastern Time if you're in Eastern Canada, U.S. So you can keep an eye out for that, and it will be another evening of audio wonderments, perhaps?
Yes, some experimental music, some electronic music, and visuals.
Mm-hmm. So there will be maybe more stuff for you. I think so. I think we'll manage.
I hope
so. You can anticipate that for 11 a.m. Alberta time. So what's on the program this evening? My goodness, it's a loaded program and very varied and lots of great stuff. Oh, and I should mention that we're sponsored by B.E.A.M.S, the Alberta Media Arts Alliance Society. And so we thank them very much to sponsor this event and help us with the artist fees. Big hats off to them for supporting us for a few years now for various shows that we put on, in-person shows in Edmonton, but also this online event. So thank you very much to B.E.A.M.S. So I'm just going to look at my list here. So we have works from Latvia, Belgium, Canada, Lithuania, UK, quite a few different countries. So this has become quite an international event. Thanks. This show started because during the pandemic, I thought, how can we be together but apart? So I put together this event to sort of bring people together, and people from all over the internet have started taking part. So it's bringing people, not just us beamers together in Alberta, but also people who are interested from around the world. So that's super cool. So we have works this evening by Krista Dintere, The Third Guy, and Stijn Demeulenaere. My Flemish is not very good. Sorry. I'll practice and get it better when I mention it later. Pierre-Luc Senécal, Gintas K, Daniel J. Cramer, Robert Dintere, Krista's husband, and also very busy electronic music artist and other types of music as well. Phiqual Poynte, Paula Vitola from here in Liepaja, Gary James Joynes, Nathaniel Sutton, Wayne DeFer, Mutant Beatniks from the UK, and Bleak House, also from the UK. So a full program here. And since you just walked in the door, and you are actually the first artist being played, just amazingly enough. And so here you are for a little interview to talk about your piece. So, what's it called?
Yeah, it's called Under the Lake Surface. So it is a piece that basically it has a collection of underwater recordings here in done here in Liepaja, in the Liepaja Lake, and together with my colleagues from New Media Arts Studies in Liepaja University, we were doing this project called Econauts. So like astronauts, but only in
Eco.
Eco,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so this project was about kind of looking how we can use technology and go into the nature and think how we can kind of record it or perceive it differently than without the technology. And so as I'm working with sound, then of course I was looking for ways of recording stuff around here. And so my my basic idea was that when I started doing these underwater recordings was just to hear like what is there like under the lake surface. And it was quite interesting because there were like some noises which I'm not a biologist, so I could not really explain what that was, but it kind of sounded like some creatures. So I started researching and came across this kind of paper written in kind of Australia about that fish sing during certain times of day, like around dawn. Mm-hmm. And so I tried making recordings and try to record if I can hear those sounds, and some of the sounds I believe are made by the fishes.
So you had a hydrophone?
Yeah, I had hydrophone. Yeah.
Cool.
I had the hydrophone and did like recordings in various depths as well, like closer to the to the shore, and as well like some deeper dives, and and it's a combination of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. How deep is the lake?
It's actually quite shallow. I don't know the actual depth, but I guess like when the depth goes down, there are certain parts of the lake which you can actually cross on foot.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite
Not
shallow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like an Alberta lake. Many Alberta lakes, not in the mountains, are very shallow as well. So
yeah, like it's the type of lake that basically is there after the ice melted in the ice age, and then it left these like lakes behind the ice melting. Yeah,
sounds familiar.
Yep.
Cool. And maybe say a little bit about the Update Festival, which is here. And so Liepaja has a marvelous media arts department, MP Lab. And so I've been teaching here for, it looks to me, about 10 years. I was thinking about it the other day. And so maybe you can talk about what's going on there, and then and about the Update Festival.
Yeah, so Media Arts in Liepaja, Media Arts Studies, we just celebrated 15 years actually. This summer we had this kind of 15-year anniversary exhibition in Liepaja Museum, and just had like a lot of graduates participating in the show. And we have a pretty tight community here for media arts, and every year we as well organize 2 kind of international festivals, which is Update and Sound Days in the springtime, and Update Festival basically is meant for kind of a week-long exploration of some different types of digital mediums, and as well some sound-based workshops are there. So it's a week of very intensive working in workshops with artists as leaders for the workshops, and then at the end of the week, we are having like this nice exhibition and presentations, and as well a performance night, which will follow tomorrow.
Yeah, exciting. And you can do bachelor's, master's, and a
doctoral,
PhD here in media arts, sound art, interactive art, all kinds of stuff like that. So, to me, it seems like a really nice fit with the community here, and then the B.E.A.M.S community. In July, I performed in Riga, and there was many people from here and Riga and stuff performing, and it was very diverse and very community orientated kind of scene, and it sort of reminded me a lot of how we are with B.E.A.M.S and sort of just really community-based type organization, and really diverse type of works like B.E.A.M.S is. So I think it's a nice fit to be broadcasting from here and bringing our communities together. So pretty cool. And in case you don't know, Liepāja is in the southwestern corner of Latvia and on the Baltic Sea. And so it, I don't know, what's directly across? Would it be Sweden still?
Sweden, yeah.
So across the Baltic Sea is Sweden. And I came from Estonia in Viljandi, which is a pretty long drive, I have to say. And the weather's really crap. So as she knows, driving to the airport in Palanga, which is in Lithuania, not too far away. So, but we all made it here. And so let's see, what else we got to say? Oh, I have to talk about the white sandy beaches in Liepāja. So if you manage to come to Sound Days in late April,
yeah.
Still coming together.
Yep, it is. Yeah, the dates are, I think, last week of April.
Okay. I'm going to be here. I'm definitely coming. And there will be a partnership with the Canadian electroacoustic community. So if you want to see some acousmatic and video music works, that will be happening. So, yeah. Well, let's let her roll. And what's the name of your piece?
Under the lake surface.
Under the lake surface. And maybe I'll just roll that right into the next pieces. I kind of have a set happening. So the second piece is The Third Guy and Stijn Demeulenaere. Demeulenaere. So a little better. Anyway. And then Pierre-Luc Senécal and Gintas. Oh, and I should probably mention the names of the pieces. The Third Guy and Stijn piece is Everybody Lives Here. It's a live performance. Pierre-Luc Senécal, his piece is Nacht, also a live performance piece. And Gintas, I think the name is SU Oxgen 1. So his piece is also alive. So you're the only one who's not performing live in the first set. I don't know. These sets just kind of came together, so it wasn't a theme I was putting together. But anyway, let's see some stuff. Hi. Wow, that was action-packed set. And a few little stingers of upcoming events. There's the Arts Birthday coming up in January. Soon there will be a announcement of for calls for works. That will be an in-person event. Chris Sampson is the man putting that one together. He'll have some details out to y'all. And get on the B.E.A.M.S mailing list, and you can get the notifications when that stuff's happening. And then a little stinger for upcoming event fundraiser at the Collins Gallery in Edmonton. So these are for Edmonton folks. We've been streaming our live events, I guess. So I think Arts Birthday will be available for all of you online. And so I have one item of business here. I have to fix my audio. Apparently it's the only in the left channel. I couldn't fix it while things are running there. Let me just pull up the audio settings for my mic. It says it's centered. Mono. Okay, my audio should be fixed now. You can tell me in the chat window if it's now totally both channels. So just to recap what we saw in the last set there, the last piece you saw, I'll go in reverse order. This was Gintas K, and he's submitted stuff for B.E.A.M.S shows in the past. He's a Lithuanian sound artist. I think he's based in Vilnius, and so he's a very active electroacoustic music composer, and has won many awards, and so we're super happy. We're getting pieces from him. They're very these interactive sort of MIDI type works, and they're very cool. So a short and sweet one though. And then prior to that was, I'm just scrolling through my info for the works here. Prior to that was Pierre-Luc Senécal. And so he's a Quebec-based artist. And he actually has a bit of text here I could read. There's many questions about the piece in the chat window. So Nacht is a audiovisual performance for invented wind instruments and projected images. Composer Pierre-Luc Senécal created the audio and curated the visuals of this visual, which explores themes of time, patience, and anguish. Inspired by visual artist Tiffany Moore's Leave No Trace monumental paper fresco, he commissioned a video exploration of her work, one after another, with videographer Xavier Mador. The massive 60-foot-long work is explored through long traveling movements of the camera and assembled into a video projected on 3 screens. The images accompanying the work evoke the slow panning camera movements of the seminal French documentary Nuit et Brouillard from 1956. An essential inspiration for this piece. Senécal composed a piece with luthier extraordinaire Jean-François Laporte's Table de Babel. This extraordinary new wind instrument sounds like an abstract mixed choir. As the low mechanical voices of the composition slowly creep in, the listener will perceive the dark textures as a time dilation. The music tests our patience, making us feel time in a jarring, almost unnerving way. It evokes distantly the enduring longing to be freed from discomfort, grief, pain, and even unlawful imprisonment. And then he thanks all his sponsors, which were on the screen. I won't read all those. So, and some of you may know Pierre-Luc's work. He did perform in Edmonton, or had his pieces performed by, oh, goodness, the 6 a.m. brain is kicking in here. The choir in Edmonton, what are they called? The professional choir, big one. Anyway, he's well known for his growler choir works. And and he's presented his work in Edmonton. So, and prior to that was the third guy, and Stijn Demeulenaere. I have trouble with that one, sorry. I do apologize for my pronunciation. And just to read their little blurb, the third guy duo are Primoz Sukic and Ruben Oreo. They devote themselves to experimental music practices like improvisation, performance, and contemporary composition. Stijn Demeulenaere, I think that was close, is a sound artist and field recordist. Originally, we planned to shoot the video as just a documentation of the show, but in conversations we had with our director and DOP, Daniel Demeulenaere, to prepare the shoot, we decided we wanted something more and shoot the performance in a way that would also work as a concert movie in its own right. So the piece, it's actually a 41-minute piece. I only played the what they called the trailer. We have so many works tonight to play, so I didn't want the program to be 4 hours. So that's why we only got a little taste of it. So hopefully that's out there for people to enjoy. He has a webpage. It's just hisname.be, and his name is in the lineup list on the Twitch window here. So, what other business we got? Well, I'm just trying to think of some things I need to discuss with you. Well, they'll come to me. So coming up in the next set, we have... I'm just pulling up my list here. So in the next list, I'm calling it in my mind the Latvian set, although Krista was in the first set already, but that's okay. And she's gone to bed. It's 6 a.m. here in Liepaja. And for those who are just tuning in, this is Together Apart and Evening of Audio Wonderments. So we have works from all over Canada and a bit of Europe, Northern Europe especially. So in this next set, we have Daniel J. Cramer and a piece called Latvian Spiderang. So you'll have to ask Daniel about his Latvian connection. When Daniel was here, in Estonia, in Viljandi, for the B.E.A.M.S residency in the spring, we host a residency in Viljandi, Estonia, in the last week of May, first week of June period. And so Daniel told this long story about a dream or a hallucination or something from the 70s. Maybe he can explain in the chat window about his Latvian aspirations. And so Daniel really wanted to go to Latvia during the residency. So near in the last days, we loaded everyone in the car and drove to Valka, which is a town that's half in Latvia, half in Estonia. And so we went to the Latvian side of the town and had lunch. He had a very messy burger, if I remember correctly. I had a very lovely soup. So this is, although Daniel's not Latvian, there is a Latvian connection in his piece. The second work coming up is by Robert Dintere. So Robert is husband of Krista, who you saw at the beginning of the show. And he has a piece called Vienīgi cilvēks. That's the Latvian. It means human being, or only a human being. And then after that is Phiqual Poynte, meditation on subway as a subway stop. And then to complete the next set is Paula Vitola, AV Beats. And I'll explain what's going on with Paula's piece after we see it. It's pretty interesting. I have not seen something like that before. So, and Paula is from here in Liepaja. She was one of my students years ago, and now teaching in the Media Arts program here in Liepaja. And I should explain just about the B.E.A.M.S residency. I have to get on this. In the next couple of weeks, I'll be making a call for artists who want to come and hang out in the spring and make some art. We have a lovely, huge theater building to do stuff in, and Viljandi is a very quaint and cute town. Super nice place, actually. So, and it doesn't cost anything, but you have to find your own way there and pay for your own accommodations and stuff. So we do have some line on a good accommodation for fairly cheap for a few people. So so there's a little help that way. But yeah, details will be coming very quickly about that, and yeah, it'll be last week of May, first week of June. That's usually when it runs, so keep your eyes open for that. So let's get this next set rolling. Enough chatting.
cilvēks visā lielajā pasaules mājā uzdod jautājumus. Vienīgi cilvēks visā lielajā pasaules mājā uzdod jautājumus. Likes.
Hi, we're back. So, if you're just tuning in, this is Together Apart, coming at you from Liepāja, Latvia. And we have Krista has returned. She just got so interested in the videos playing that she's decided to stay up and enjoy the viewing and listening with me here in the studio. So, so we're drinking some beers. What is this? Bauskas Alus. Gaišais Senchu. My Latvian's perfect, she says. Excellent. So, and some potato chips, of course. So, in that set, what did we have there? We had the last piece. There was some comments here. Great wizardry, Paula. Yeah, I think it was pretty good wizardry. So, what was going on there? So, Paula has decided you can just plug solar cells directly into the mixing board with no other electronics intermediary. So then she's just using light to manipulate the voltages coming out of the solar cells and making a performance. So I saw her perform that was in September, this conference in Riga. Yeah, so I saw a performance of her a couple months ago and was interested and amazed that you could actually do that. So great idea and cool performance. And then before that, I'll pull up my list here, was Phiqual Poynte, which is Gene Cosman, our friend and electronic music, experimental music colleague in Edmonton. And before that was Robert Dinters. So, and that his piece, Only a Human. And I guess it's the project is actually a duo. There's two of them doing that piece. So the project was, what was it called again? Naoshi. So, and then before that was Dan Cramer, of course, with his synth performance at the B.E.A.M.S residency in Viljandi. So, yeah, more info about the B.E.A.M.S residency coming up. And also for those of you who are coming and going from the stream, this will be up on our Twitch channel for 7 days before, and then Twitch deletes it. So if you can't hang out here for hours and hours, you can tune in and catch the stuff that you missed later, and for up to a week. And then after that, I'll put it on the B.E.A.M.S YouTube channel. I'll get everyone's permission, email everyone, and make sure they want their stuff up on YouTube, and then and put this on YouTube for our archive. So so it'll be up online for a while, but certainly Twitch channel for 7 days. So in our next set, what do we have coming up? We have Gary James Joynes, Sonic Suns. So Gary has an installation at the Peter Robertson Gallery, I believe. Is that what that is? Someone could probably correct me if I'm totally wrong. So that's in Edmonton on, Peter Robertson Gallery. That's on 124th Street. And it looks like his installation closes today, the 25th. So if you want to catch the installation that this video and audio piece consists of or is made for, then you can check that out today for the last moments. And he's been hanging out on Saturdays at the gallery and meeting and greeting and chatting and stuff. So you could probably catch him today for the last chance. And so, what does he say here? Sonic Suns is a visual sound installation and photography exhibition allowing audiences to experience the profound beauty of the unseen. It invites the active process of listening to, looking at, and telling and feeling sound, linking sensoria to allow for immersion in a whole body experience. It encourages a meditative state in viewers to have them interrupt busyness for a prolonged moment of beingness. Gary has been exploring the nature of sound through recording, performance, photography, and video works for several decades. It goes on to list his all his victories. What else? I'm just trying to find the info about the piece. So Joynes' fascination with esoteric science and the groundbreaking work of visionary inventor Nikola Tesla added an additional layer to the depth to Sonic Suns. Tesla's exploration of sound, vibration, and frequency, especially his discovery of 6 harmonious tones with profound healing potential, became another source of inspiration. When played simultaneously, Tesla claimed that these 6 tones have the ability to open and cleanse the human pineal gland, also known as the third eye. This area of the human brain is believed by many faiths to hold the key to spiritual enlightenment. Tesla named the series the Toroidal Harmonic Energy Activation Resonance Circle, and it consists of the following 6 frequencies: 630 Hz, 540 Hz, 450 Hz, 360 Hz, 270 Hz, and 180 Hz. So those are the tones that you'll be hearing in his piece, and then the wave patterns in water are generated from those tones. So and then also in this set we have Nathaniel Sutton from Edmonton also, and Wayne DeFair, Machine Age. Oh, and Nathaniel's piece is Experiostologic. No, Experiostologic. Something like that. Sorry, a bit of a cough here. Potato chip caught my throat. Anyway, we'll let it rip here. Hello, we're back. So that was Wayne DeFair, and his piece is called Machine Age. He said he's been playing around with some game engines and stuff, generating some graphics, and this piece was about a reflection on technology and fascism. So I'm not sure if you picked that up, but that's what he was experimenting with in some way. He said he wasn't sure how that all fit together, but that was in his mind when he was making the piece. So before that was Nathaniel Sutton and Experious Logic. Experiostologic. Nathaniel, you're gonna have to train me how to say that. And then to start the set was Gary James Joynes and Sonic Suns from his installation, which ends today, or tomorrow for you guys, today for me. So go check that out. So you've been watching Together Apart, and so an evening of audio wonderments being broadcast from Liepaja, Latvia, and the Update Festival. Earlier I was mentioning that we're going to broadcast the Saturday evenings events starting at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 8 p.m. here in Latvia. And so we'll broadcast that on the B.E.A.M.S Twitch channel. So tune in. I guess those of you who are subscribed to the B.E.A.M.S Twitch channel will get a notification and email when the stream starts. So, but yeah, so I'll be performing. Are you performing, Krista?
No.
You're not performing. You're organizing. You're
I'm
too
organizing.
busy. Yeah.
I'm busy.
But there's John Grisnich. I don't know if any of you guys in Edmonton know him. He's a Estonia-based sound artist, American fellow, and super active. He's traveling all over the place presenting work. And so he'll be performing. He's here. And who else is on the program?
Pete Gomez. He's from UK.
Pete. Oh,
Pete Gomez.
Pete Gomez. Yeah, that was the guy we're having dinner with today.
Yes.
And
he will do improvisation with flute and
flute improv.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Paula, Vitola as well.
Oh, Paula, is she doing the censor performance? So we're gonna see that. So you'll see a longer version of that if you tune in.
Yep. And then two local electronic musicians, Dalis and Peter Sealis.
Okay.
Yeah. And Power Plant.
Power Plant? Who are they?
Power Plant is a band, like electronic music band, trio. Yep.
Cool. Electronic music trio. So lots of cool stuff, I think. Some electronic stuff, some experimental stuff. So tune in for that. And we must thank the Alberta Media Arts Alliance Society for sponsoring this event and helping us out with the artist fees. So thanks so much to B.E.A.M.S. And coming up in January will be Art's birthday. So stay tuned for the call for works for that. And this event is organized by Chris Sampson. And it's got visual works, it's got video works, it's got live performances. It's a whole cornucopia of art. So the only way you can celebrate Art's birthday is to do it all. So that'll be coming up in January. And yeah, keep your eyes open for the call for the B.E.A.M.S residency in end of May. So or that will be when the residency is, but the call will be quite soon. So we have a final set. So this is what I'm calling the UK set. And I didn't do this on purpose. It's just how these came together. But there's a short piece by the Mutant Beatniks, a piece called Blood. This is, and the Mutant Beatniks is Shawn Robert, who runs the, what's this label? We did a collaboration with Shawn. My brain is so tired right now. Well, anyway, you can, I don't know, look him up and find his label on Bandcamp, and there's a B.E.A.M.S compilation on there. Maybe someone in the chat window can cue me here. And then the final piece of the evening is Bleak House. That's the band, and Observation Notes. And so I can just read what he sent here about that. Where is it here? So this is the Andy Brain from Beware the Radio. You may know that B.E.A.M.S broadcasts a radio show on Beware the Radio, and it rotates several times a week online. And so I guess Andy's involved and one of the people running Beware the Radio. So he says, so the footage is from the top of the BT Tower in central London. They got some free tickets for a rare opening on the 34th floor. And so the floor revolves around every 22 minutes. And he says they're roughly facing south at the start and the end. And the piece is 21 minutes long, and he says he hopes that's okay. So I think it's totally okay. And so we're going to play that to finish out the evening. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in 20 odd minutes to close things out. All right. So the last things there, that was Bleak House observation notes, and that was from the 34th floor of a London building, London, England, and it rotates. The building rotates around, so they just put a camera out the window there and shot the scenery as it went by. And just before that was Mutant Beatniks of the piece Blood. And so I was trying to remember the name of the label that Shawn Robert runs. And it is, oh no, I forgot now. What is it? Institute of Alien Research. So if you search that on Bandcamp, you'll find his label. And there's a B.E.A.M.S compilation there. So if you like the stuff that you've been hearing tonight, there's more where that came from. And you can check those out online. So, well, that brings our event to a conclusion. Again, thanks to B.E.A.M.S for sponsoring this event. Thanks to all the artists for submitting. Really great program of stuff. If you miss some stuff, you can tune in on the Twitch channel for 7 days, and then they delete it. And then after that, I'll be posting it to the B.E.A.M.S YouTube channel. So if I'll ask the artists if they actually want that, I'll take the ones out who don't, and I think most probably will not mind. So things coming up. There was the little ad there for the December 2nd Miracle on 118th Ave at the Collins Gallery. So that was 8 p.m. on December 2nd. Check that out and bring an item for the food bank. And then Art's birthday. There'll be a call out very shortly for works for that show in January. And that is, when would that be? January, just looking at a calendar here. January 20th, maybe? Is that right, Chris? It's usually around the 17th sometime. That's the Art's birthday official date. So keep an eye out for that. And then the B.E.A.M.S residency in Viljandi, Estonia every year, or again, now that the pandemic is mostly past. And this will be a call for artists who want to come and hang out in Viljandi for a couple of weeks and make some art. We have a beautiful, huge building with 2 theaters and a jazz club and outdoor theaters and a pub on the main floor. And so lots of room to make some art and meet some people and collaborate even, whatever you want to do. So I'll be putting that call out very soon. And I think that's everything. So thanks for sticking with us and enjoying the works with us. And thanks to Krista, who has managed to stay awake. I'm sort of halfway. I just came here a few days ago, so I'm still on Edmonton time, kind of. But Krista definitely is not. So congratulations. Or my sympathies. Either way, I'm not sure. But thanks for joining. And thanks for hosting me here, bringing me to Liepaja. And so tomorrow, 11 a.m., we'll be broadcasting the Update Festival from Liepaja, Latvia on the B.E.A.M.S Twitch stream. So same place. We'll start broadcasting around 11 a.m., just before probably, and bring you the Update Festival with a bunch of live performances. Myself and Paula, whose piece you saw earlier with the sensors, the solar sensors, she'll be performing, and a bunch of other stuff. So join us for that. And have a great evening there in wherever you are. And we'll see you next time. Good night and good morning.